Okay, so went and picked up the bumper from German Concepts today. Looks really good. I've got it up on some sawhorses right now with some carpet over it so I don't damage the paint. But what I'm doing is I'm getting the diffuser in it, and it's a separate piece, and right here are these clips. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 in the middle, and then it kind of loops up on each side. Then you've got another 2 clips there, and then 1 on the side. What I'm noticing is that these clips are they're not real easy to put in, which I guess is good because it means hopefully they're not real easy to fall out. So what I'm gonna do, I've already got these middle ones in, except for this one here, and they're clipping in pretty hard. So what I'm gonna try to do, I might see if I can prop this camera up to do the rest of it, or maybe do it with a GoPro or something, but at least let you guys see what I'm doing to get them in there. And then once that is done, I'll have the diffuser on, bumper's been painted, I'll have to put the reflectors in it, and then we're ready to pull the car back in. It's been sitting out there, well, today. I've been driving around the last day and a half without a bumper on it, so we'll put this bumper back on it, and that'll be a finished project. So alright, let me get the camera situation sorted and I'll be right back.
Totally not a stalker.
Alright, so okay, so I think I got the camera situation figured out. I'm not going to use the GoPro, I'm going to still use the DSLR, but I need something to hold the camera, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that. So that is Zolife from the Zolife channel. She does...
How?
You can't read it.
Yeah.
She does YouTube stuff also, and what
Gaming!
Gaming. Mostly Minecraft, Wii U, yada yada yada. So I will leave a link in the video. I'll put a link probably up here somewhere or around there. It should pop up right about now to her channel, and then anyway, so
You better put a link to my channel.
she's a little mouthy. So okay, so she's gonna hold the camera. She's gonna be the cameraman while I put, or camera woman, while I put the last few tabs in here on the bumper. Okay, so I'm gonna give the camera to her. I can't guarantee the quality.
Shaky cam.
Yes, I can't guarantee the quality of the footage at this point. It's in her hands. So here she is.
Oh, not make it shaky cam.
So I'm gonna try to get this all lined up.
Okay.
The last few tabs are a little tight, to say the least.
I can do this. Are you trying to take it off, or are you trying to put it on?
Put it on.
Oh, okay. I'm not a little car lady, so.
Alright, there you go. So I got it on. Alright, step back a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try to flip it over.
Oh. There's like a random man.
Alright, there's one. I'm going to show what I did.
So you put this on. Go! Let's go. And he's gonna put on the other one. Please check out my channel. You would rather see gaming than this.
So the first thing I did is I lifted the bumper up, put it on the car. It's not fastened anywhere yet, it's just kind of hanging on here. So I've got to position it where these tabs go into clips that are back here. Same on this side over here. And then once I do that, I'm going to put the bolts that came out of here, which are these. I'll put those in there just to hold everything tight while I make sure everything else is fastened around the top and the bottom. So, okay, I was trying to avoid this, but I'm just going to do it anyway. So this plastic piece came in the car. It holds all the electronics for the comfort access and everything underneath here. So what I'm going to do, I was trying to not do it, but I'm going to anyway. Take this piece off, replace it with the piece that's similar to it that came with this bumper. They look the same thing. Look like the same thing at first, but now I'm thinking the other one might be a little bit lower profile, allowing the bumper to slip underneath there. So that's what I'm going to be working on now. There's 2 tabs here, 2 tabs here, and this pulls out, and then it's just got a lot of wires strung around it. So I've got to, let me show you what I've got. So we've got all the wires coming out of here for the comfort access and everything. There's 3 plugs, so I've got to restore, put those plugs back in to the new area, and then these cables are just kind of wrapped around this, and then there's a sensor at the bottom. So I'll be replacing all of that stuff into the new piece. Alright, so got the first sensor in there.
Mucho, pero mucho después.
Alright, so got all that done. Got all the wires hooked up, I'll show you. And the other thing I did is I closed the trunk, put my foot underneath it, make sure that the comfort access still works, and it does. So that's good. Here's the new piece that came with the car. Or I'm sorry, with the new bumper. That's installed. This is going to be put in the box to sell with the other bumper, the OEM bumper. So alright, so now we will go back and do what we did before. Take that bumper out there, carefully move it onto the back of this car, try to get everything buttoned up. So alright, making this longer than it needs to be, but we're learning together apparently. So alright. Alright, start to come together. Now, see if I can get the parts underneath to line up. Okay, so everything seems to be fitting. Now it's time just to, I guess, start screwing the bolts in. I'll start with these are the bottom of the diffuser. They're 10 millimeter. I'll put those in first. Alright, next is these bolts here. They are the 3 on each side on the bottom. So put those in. Those are 8 millimeter. Alright, so everything fits tight, but it's actually going in, which is good. Hands are filthy. Alpine white bumper, freshly painted, and it's gonna need a wash because it's getting filthy as well. I'm getting ready to button these up. So, show you what I'm doing, and I don't think I need to bore you guys with the rest of it. So what we're doing is I'm putting the bolts in here. One there, and there, and then there's a Torx bolt up under here. With my finger, right there. Okay, up under here, going straight up, taking the fender or taking the bumper and screwing into the fender. So I've got that to do. There's 2 bolts in here, 3 under here. On the side, got the 3 in the middle that I've already done, and then the same thing on the side here. Got 3 on this side, about there, and around the corner there. 2 about here and here on the inner fender, and then the 1 Torx screw going up. Make sure all these tabs are in. I'm going to tighten that bolt up, put the tail light back in. Same thing over here. This taillight, however, like I said before, got one of the bulbs out, so I will look at that. And that's really all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish all that up, and then I'll join you back after that's done. Alright, real quick, what I wanted to do is, remember the tail light warning I got on for the right tail light. So here's the tail light. There's, once you get it out, there's tabs here, 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 and up here. So you just pull those out, pry them off, and it pops out. And here are your bulbs. And here's the one of mine is bad, looks like. I'm thinking that one. So it looks a little smoked, like it had a little filament problem. So anyway, I'll be replacing that light bulb. Not gonna make a whole video on it, but I figured I'd show you guys while I was in here where it was and how to change it. You just change that bulb out, put it back in, plug it back up to here like we did before, pop it back in, screw it. Again, once you're at that point, that little rubber nub goes into that hole, and then these two go over those studs, and you just reattach it with 10mm nuts right here. So I won't bore you with that, but anyway, that's what I'll end up doing to change the light out. Alright, here's the finished bumper and performance bumper on the F30 Sportline. Looks really good. The diffuser. Okay, comment below what you think of the bumper, and like and subscribe for more videos like this on this car or the E90 that I have, or there'll be other cars to come. So, alright, thank you.